Well, hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Except we're not watching Bayern today. We're watching the World Cup. We just finished Spain versus Germany, a game which honestly is another big draw in a competition. People expect to, have more. Another draw. People would A lot of people don't. I don't like the draws, man. The quality of games in this World Cup have been low, but this was actually one of the different games. This game had everything. It had yellow cards, combativeness. It had goals. It had um, good assist. It was actually a really good quality game, and most people just this is for once in this competition. Um, for once in this competition, man, we actually see a game which it was awesome. Jamal Musiala, he changed the game for Germany. Sane changed the game. In my opinion, the man of the match in that game should be Leroy Sane. He came on, his pace, his dribbling, his incisiveness, precision on passing, just on the right wing as well. Musiala turned the levels up every time he touched the ball. I'm looking at this from a Bayern perspective. We don't have any players on Spain's national team. From a Spain perspective, that was a really good showing of their ability. Germany can't go far in this competition if they play like that. They can't cope with a team like France. They're not going to be able to cope with a team like Argentina if they're in the same bracket. I'm not exactly sure. They could cope with a team like England, where England will allow them to have the ball. But a team that's competent on the ball and presses high, Germany seems to struggle. Hansi Flick, man, you might be on fraud watch, my man. I love you, but you might be on fraud watch. Hansi Flick decided he didn't have any brains anymore. Enrique made a sub before Flick. I don't know if it was an injury, but if that was just him deciding, let me bring on Morata, who ends up being the goal scorer. It's funny because 16 goals from this World Cup. Now 18 goals have come from substitutes. So substitutes are a big part of this World Cup. The starting players, the other team gets used to them. They get used to playing them in the 45 minutes and 60 minutes. So when they start seeing new names and new players, those are the players you want changing the game, man. That doesn't mean, you keep your best players on the bench and bring them on to try to get a goal. No, it means you make substitutions if you're losing at the right time. Enrique had Hansi Flick's number tactically. Nicholas Füllkrug, don't even know how to say his name yet, a player for Werder Bremen, who no one really knew before this season, but his goals, that was a crazy finish, right? That finish is crazy. Just one chance, one goal. Musiala Sane worked it to get it in a really good position. A great strike. What else can you say, man? What else can you say? Flick didn't make the right subs. He waited till the 70th minute to change the game. I genuinely think if Sane came on at the 55th minute, they win this game. There's no way they don't. Sane made a run in behind. Unai Simon's a really good goalkeeper. People are going to think Sane made a mistake, but as soon as Simon came off his line and Sane's running, it's like it's not like there's two runners in the box he could pass to. It was one, he either shoots or he passes, and he decided, well, let me try to get a cross in by going through the goalkeeper. And Simon, allowed him to, and he went to the byline, won a corner, which, look, you can't blame Sane for that last opportunity. Bro, he made Germany stay in this World Cup. He gave him a breathing chance, him and Füllkrug. God, weird name. He gave him a chance, man. Musiala, this kid doesn't deserve this pain, man. See, here's the problem with Germany. Well, next game, Füllkrug has to start. Is his hold-up play that great? But Thomas Muller's, his hold-up play is donkey trash. Muller's just, his touch isn't the greatest. He doesn't have the strength of a normal striker. He's just tall, right? So people expect him to win headers. He doesn't really win headers. I think if you're a 5'10" center back, you can win every header against Muller if you have the athleticism. Winning headers is more about athleticism than height, because what good is it being 6'2" if you can't jump really high or read the aerial duel? Look at Lisandro Martinez. He's like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". He wins so many headers at center back against tall strikers because sometimes he just nudges you behind your back. Referee doesn't see it, and then he wins it behind you. And he jumps really high. You don't need height. Baresi was an example of a center back that was short, didn't need height. So Muller being a striker to win headers, it's not necessary. Here's what Hansi Flick needs to do: be ruthless. Don't keep playing your favorites. Goretzka and Kimmich played well together in the midfield. Don't play Gundogan next game. I love Ilkay Gundogan. He's a bowler, but there's something about him that's clearly not ticking with this Germany team. For Man City, he plays as this recycle possession guy, good box to box, also a good deep line playmaker if you need him to. But Goretzka did it, but he did better. He played really well. Kimmich, just play him. Just play him there. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Play Kimmich where he needs to play. Musiala, you have to play him. I did say Flick needed to. Here's what Spain did well. When Spain had the ball, they would suck Germany to one side and then isolate a winger just holding the touchline on the other side. So they would do switch quick plays with Pedri. They were comfortable condensing the field on one side because they had really good technical players on the ball like Pedri and Busquets in the midfield. Then they would switch play. Next thing you know, Ferran Torres is coming in with an outrun to end if it's a cross, or he's coming in and getting the ball and isolated versus the fullback. It didn't work on David Rahm's side a lot because Rahm is a good fullback. He read a lot of those things. But it shows that Flick can get tactically outclassed by, Enrique's a world-class manager. Let's be honest here. He coached a really good Barcelona team, so it's not a surprise that he was able to get Flick's number. But the response was weird. Flick never changed anything in this game. He just changed the players, which he should have done earlier. So he made a mistake then. Flick, one of your biggest problems at Bayern was when you brought on substitutes. You need to do it earlier. Quit giving players 70 minutes to do nothing. Gnabry didn't do much today. This is a World Cup. The next game, I expect the team that just finished this game to start, all of them. Well, except the defense. Maybe you want Thilo Kerr or Klosterman. I don't rate Klosterman. He's just an athlete. He's not even that great of an athlete. He's just fast. He's a sprinter. That's it. And just run, boom, straight line. Like, I can do that. So maybe not Klosterman, but I think keeping competent players in their positions is crucial. Sula can play right back. Why don't you play him and Schlotterbeck? Play Rudiger and Schlotterbeck at the back. Schlotterbeck, by the way, a Dortmund player with a Dortmund mentality. This dude played Morata onside for a pass, which could have been a goal if Morata ran better. And then he was celebrating making a recovery tackle. Like, that's such a Borussia Dortmund. Like, you made the mistake of playing him onside. Even if you scored, it would have been canceled. You should have been with your line. He's like, yeah, I did it. Even though I made the mistake, I still did it. A freaking nerd. Support you, George. Looks like I'm the only one here. Usually it takes a while for people to hop in. I'm an Argentinian fan. Me too, bro. Messi, my GOAT, did his thing yesterday. That was a penalty. Nah. Look, I think it could have been, right? Sane, it could have been a penalty. But I think the fact that it still went to the player Sane was trying to get the ball to, that's what made the referee go, maybe not, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Man, yeah, Flick got everything wrong. He didn't make the right substitutions. Well, he made the right substitutions. My fear was he's going to take off Jamal. Like it's a Bundesliga game, and it's not. Dude, it's a World Cup. You have 3 matches to play your best football in the national team with players that don't play with each other. You need to play your best player in every minute. So now Germany's easy hope is that Japan draws against Germany and they beat them on goal differential. It's a World Cup. They don't do head-to-head. It's all about goals. And yeah, beat Costa Rica by 4, and you're through. That's it. It's in Germany's hands. That's why they celebrated the equalizer like it was the best thing ever. That's why it felt like Germany didn't want to win this game. Because to them, if they take too much risk, they might lose. So that was always the plan, right? The plan, play composed, don't try to, do too much. Spain, if Germany beats, this is funny. Let me look at this World Cup group. Let me look at the standings real quick. So, Group E, Germany's on a point. Spain has 1 win, 1 draw. If Spain lose against Japan, by the way, and Germany wins their game, it's going to come down to goal differential. So the best thing Germany can hope for is that Japan loses or draws against Spain, and then Germany ups their goal differential against Costa Rica. Costa Rica just showed against Japan they're not scrubs, but at the same time, Costa Rica, they're not a top-level team like that. What player do you know? Germany realistically needs to do what Spain did to Costa Rica. Score 5 goals, man. And then beat Japan on goal differential. Get your 4 points. Hope Japan draws or loses against Spain. Spain, if Germany scores a lot, and the game happens before, so Spain's game happens before Germany. Germany's going to know their fate before, man. And then beat Costa Rica. That's all you got to do. I think Spain will probably beat Japan or draw. Japan is a tough team to compete against. And that's how it works, man. Let's see what happens, because that's the most important thing. This competition is probably, look, I said it in the beginning of my stream. This World Cup sucks, man. It's not the same. The nostalgia's not there. The team's rhythm isn't there. Everyone's just lacking the extra pass. France and maybe Brazil, but Brazil only played a game. To be fair, it was the hardest team in their group, Serbia. Serbia will beat Cameroon. Serbia will beat Switzerland. In my humble opinion, well, they might draw against Switzerland and probably qualify. I don't doubt that. Yeah, I mean, everything is too bang average, man. It's too bang average. So we'll see what happens. But what do you guys think about the game? I'm curious. I said the same thing. This World Cup doesn't feel like World Cup. Yeah, because most people aren't even watching. They're at work in a country like the U.S. It just, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that, you can wake up a few. It is weird. It is weird. You got to work. So everyone's complaining that, Qatar, they're not inclusive. And I'm like, bro, you put a World Cup in a country like Qatar. What did you expect? Everything's haram. You can't drink beer, can't drink water with some. You can't, man. So why don't you respect their culture? If you're going to host a World Cup there, you get what you get them as hosts. That's like hosting the World Cup literally means you cook the food and invite everyone to your house. You make the stadiums. You organize the events. You organize where everyone is, the hotels. You pay for a lot of things. And then everyone comes in and eats. Imagine me going to someone's house that I've been invited to, and I'm like, I don't like the way you put this TV here. Move it. No. So if you want a World Cup in a country that, is more tolerant, whatever the hell that means these days, don't host it in Qatar. Don't host it there and complain. All these countries talking about armbands. You should have just disqualified yourselves and got out. No one would have missed you. We don't need look at us. We're so righteous. We're better. But then you're playing in the competition. The best protest you could have done, and maybe that's why Germany's getting slapped everywhere, because they focus more on armbands and one love and inclusion and equality than tactics. How about tactics? How about a tactical team talk? Apparently, the German players sat in circles talking about how gay they once felt instead of talking about football. They annoy me. Now you got me talking about politics. God damn it. Winter in Europe, no one is out, no public viewing. Ah, that is true. It's a good point. They need to cover their game plan instead of their mouth. Exactly. Talking about this. Nah, man. Go talk about tactics. Talk about 4-3-3s and 4-2-2s and you know, talk about how you're gonna break this team down, not break the social issue that's come on, man. I'm tired of these teams, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Let's see what happens though. I mean, we're seeing a competition. I mean, this felt like this is probably Barcelona's best result against Bayern in a long time. Yeah. You know, honestly, I'm glad Pedri played well at least. You know. Fonzie scored in 67 seconds. Too bad Canada ain't a real country. Yeah, our defending and reaction to attacks is so inefficient. That's actually a really good point. Doesn't it always feel like German players just get caught by surprise and then have to run back? Like, you know, someone gets drawn in and then next thing you know, there's like 4 players. Why are people talking about Sane? Like, bro, that wasn't some big chance he missed. Like, bro, man, I'm seeing Sane slander. Nah, bro. I'm actually seeing Sane slander on Twitter. Nah. What? They're saying he had a chance to win the game in the final seconds? Bro, y'all are actually acting like this is some big, oh my God. This is some big chance missed. Sane changed the game, you idiots. He's the guy that made Germany stay in this competition. His runs, his passing, he was involved in every chance. Musiala's chance. Bruh. Sane's the one, the guy. Bro, he does. See, look, you can't expect Leroy Sane to come on, effectively create two big chances by himself, and then score another goal to win it. Bro, you can't have the man carrying that much. He's injured too. He's half injured, by the way. I get it. Maybe I wanted him to shoot because he has that shot in him. He did it against Liverpool. He could shoot. People think, oh, that was a tight angle. Nah, not for Leroy. He would have shot and you would be like, damn, that was a good goal. I think he could have shot around the goal. There's things he could have done. He has the technique, but it's a World Cup game in that intensity. Take the draw, man. You still have a chance. Spain beats Japan. Germany beats Costa Rica by a good margin and goes through. Like, bro, take the draw and move on. You don't Germany was missing Sane the whole game, and he comes on and changes it and helps them win it. And you're thinking he should have, helps them draw and get back into the competition. They could have been thrown out of the World Cup, but now they have a chance and a legitimate chance. So, yeah, would have been a guaranteed goal. Test the goalkeeper. Look, it happens. Take the Sane performance and say, wow, thank you, Leroy. Thank you. Damn, man. To be fair, some people were saying if that was Ter Stegen, Sane would have nutmegged them. If that was Sane against Barcelona, you would have seen the most perfectly weighted chip past the goalkeeper. Hey, I thought he could have chipped the keeper, man. But hey, I'm tired of hey, Leroy didn't. Bro, my boy can never get no love, man. My boy can never get no love, bro. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia San Mia and peace. Well, it's a Bayern fan channel. What do you expect me to say?